Here we are again.
Here we are again, Emma. And I just really wanted to interview you today about kind of like just a really interesting topic and your experience, your personal experience with it. And so before I do that, the topic is the absolute vital importance of creativity.
Absolutely.
To fulfill your potential, to fulfill your purpose, but also just to deal with everyday
stuff. To solve problems, to solve
Yeah.
anything that's bugging you, you need a creative solution. You need creative thinking.
Absolutely. So this is ideal for people to listen to who might feel stuck in some areas.
I'm not creative. Yeah.
Or, I don't know how to solve this issue. And the issue could be anything. It could be relational. It could be a work issue. It could be
absolutely.
How am I going to reach this goal or this dream or whatever it is? And I just think this process that you have found, realised that it's happening in your very own family. Which we'll just hear the story about that in a minute. It's just too good.
It's brilliant.
So how many steps are there, just so we can frame?
So there are 4 steps. Now this is, I have to kind of do a disclaimer. This is from a book by Graham Wallace called The Art of Thought. And basically it's a 4-step process to creative thinking. Brilliant. Amazing.
So guys, if you were listening to this video, 4-step process to creative thinking that we are saying is going to revolutionize the way you deal with everyday problems and also the way you approach your destiny and your purpose. And you think through the way forward. So Emma, tell us about well, can you just tell us a little story about?
I'll tell you a story. Okay, husband. So people look at me, they look at me doing artwork, doing dance, creating educational programs, and they say, oh yeah, you're creative. I'm not like that. You're a creative. Okay. And I am married to a wonderful guy called David. His nickname's G, long story. And he would not consider himself creative at all. He's very facts and figures, analytical, spreadsheets, computers, amazing IT person, whatever. And actually, when he described the process he uses to solve problems and issues and reports and spreadsheets, I was like, you are following the 4 steps of creative thinking. And he didn't recognize it. And I didn't recognize it. I was like, oh my goodness. So anyone can solve this for anyone can use this for anything.
I love the story you told me before that he's got a deadline and a report he has to write, and he's stuck. And he stops to do jigsaw puzzle. Is that right?
So I'll keep that illustration as we go through the steps, so you can just see it's hilarious.
All right.
So the first step is preparation. So preparation, you need to know what the problem is. Okay, you need to actually be able to state, this is the problem I want to solve. This is the issue. If you can't identify that, then you've got to spend some time solving it, because sometimes we think, oh no, that's the issue. We haven't actually spent the time to kind of distill it down into, this is the problem that I want to solve. So that's step 1. Okay. And in G's work, that's quite clear. Sorry.
Yeah. Can I just say, but I'd say that's where the coaching process comes in.
Yes.
Whether you're coaching yourself or you've got a coach, it's open questions, right?
Yes.
What is the nub of the problem here? All the open what, how questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What is it really about? What is it really about? What's that about? Why?
Keep digging, because you know, Tina, the first person will say, oh, I this is my issue. This is whatever. You're sitting there going, let's go digging. And it typically ends up to be something else. So that's the first stage. Okay. So the first stage is preparation. It's about finding what it is. And as you said, that could take a while. Yeah. Then the next stage is incubation. And this is where trust comes in. And I have to say, as a creative person, I don't think I have this as much as my husband does. So what he does, I'll go out there. And this is the story that I was telling you, Tina, where he's got a report due, right? It needs to be done. There's an issue he can't solve. He's told me he can't solve the issue. What's he doing? He set up a desk beside his standing desk he's got at home with a jigsaw puzzle on it. And he's sitting there doing a jigsaw puzzle. And I'm like, didn't you just say you've got a report due? And there's he goes, don't worry about it. I'm working on it. I'm like, you're doing a jigsaw puzzle. But he trusts the process. And again, it's like coaching. You got to trust the process, right? I'm like, what? But this is step number 2, incubation, where you Allow the problem to percolate. Now, usually if we have a problem, we stress, we worry, we're constantly thinking about it, we don't let it rest. We gotta let it rest. Okay, so just let it percolate and trust that your heart, that your subconscious, whatever is working on it. Okay,
you don't think about it, you gotta do something else.
You've got to go do something else. You've got to go do something else. Get your mind off it. Go do the jigsaw puzzle. Go do the whatever. Purposely, you've got to purposely take your mind off it. Okay, purposely take your mind off it. So it's like faith is knowing what you hope for, believing what you do not see. You've got it, but don't keep going on and on about it. Okay, so incubation. So first of all, preparation. I'm doing hand signals. Preparation, then incubation, and the next one's illumination. So this is where illumination, where G will come to me. He'll be in the kitchen making a sandwich, and he'll go, got it, and go back to his desk. And so I'm just like, what? But I'm sure you must have had this happen to you before, Tina, and people listening as well. You know, you're in the shower, you're driving in the car, you're whatever, and then suddenly, ba-ting, the answer comes to you, and you're like, oh, that's it. And it's almost like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? Voice record. But it's that illumination. But you have to go through, those steps. Yeah, out of nowhere, completely unexpected. But it is like, ka-ching, the lights have just come on. But again, you've got to trust. You've got to trust the process.
You've got to trust in you, and with God, he'll bring it.
And sometimes we're just so, I know, I'm so impatient. I'm just like, no, I know it. I need to know it now. And if I keep working at it, I'll get the answer. But it's not until you back off that you get the answer. So we've got preparation, incubation, illumination, and then the last one is verification. And that's just trying and testing, you know, just trying and testing. Maybe you got the broad kind of answer, but you need to tweak it a bit to make it work. It's about trying and testing and giving it a go. So don't just get the illumination and then do nothing. You know, get the illumination and then give it a go. You know, do something towards it. And again, this is where coaching can come in. Yeah, the coach can really encourage to say, hey, that's great, you've got the illumination. The illumination may come in the coaching session or whatever, but then it's like, actually, you know, now what? And to do it. So that's it.
We would call that activation, and it's in the doing. I love the word verification, because it's in the doing that you tweak, you change direction a bit, you flavor it, you work it out, you refine it, and then
absolutely. So that's it. So preparation, incubation, illumination, verification. Ta-da! I know, fantastic, eh? Brilliant. Who knew I would have learned it from my hubby?
Absolutely. So everybody listening out there, think about how you can apply this to get unstuck.
Yes.
We'll talk in another clip about how to apply that to figuring out your destiny and getting activated in it as well. That would be lovely to look at that model and apply it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So just to let you know again, it's Graham Wallace and The Art of Thought. That's where that model comes from. Brilliant.
Thanks, Emma.
Cool. Thanks.